All right, welcome back to Twin Terror. I'm David.
And I'm Gary.
And today we are going to talk about the resistance in the federal government.
Federal government resistance. Who knew?
Yeah.
So over the weekend, Trump was extolling Elon Musk to get more aggressive about cutting jobs in the federal government. So Elon Musk, in his wisdom, sent an email to hundreds of thousands of federal employees on Saturday, giving them about 48 hours, giving them till midnight on Monday night, or 11:59 p.m. Monday night, to report 5 specific things they had accomplished in the previous week. And in a separate message said anyone who failed to respond by the deadline would lose their job. And Dave's first comment was, well, it really sucks if you were on vacation.
Also, notice he sends it on a Saturday. He wants them to work on the weekend.
Yeah. Or
have ready to go Monday night.
First thing on Monday, you better get on. It doesn't matter what you're doing. That might be more important, you know.
Exactly. Talk about bureaucracy.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the epitome of bureaucracy right there. Tell me some stuff you did that I'm not going to verify, that's wasting your time. And all it is, did you read this email and respond to it? That's all this is.
Yeah, I think that's exactly it, David, because what he's hoping is a big tranche of people not responding to the email so he can fire them, because he said, see, I told you in the email that you're going to get fired if you didn't.
This is why you have to have unions. This is the epitome of why you need unions.
Oh, absolutely.
Bully tactics like this. And again, what if you're out? What if you've been sick during the weekend? What if you're on vacation? What if you're on, on leave?
Yeah.
Family leave act. You gonna fire them for being on family leave? Yeah, geez.
So there are some key U.S. agencies that have pushed back, where the leadership said ignore that.
Yeah.
And that would include the Pentagon, the State Department, and the FBI.
Notice on all of those are responsible for national defense. Yes. FBI for investigating, national defense, the Pentagon, that's the military basically, and the State Department, which are ambassadors and how the U.S. interacts with the world. If the Department of Health and Human Services wants to comply, it's not like it's the FBI. And these are the agencies that I think would get together and would remove clear and present dangers to the United States if they were in authority positions. Just saying.
Oh, okay, so we got a couple.
Not that Health and Human Services isn't important, but
so we've got a couple different things that we can look at in this. So why don't we take a look at just the general energy? Hello, everyone. Let's take a look at the general energy of the federal employees that received this email, and basically how their Monday is going to go. I know how my Monday would be. I'd be pissed if I got something like that.
Oh, heck yeah.
And like Dave said, it's the ultimate in bureaucracy, because who the hell's going to verify all this stuff? Musk and his little team of teenagers? Who's going to go through this and verify that you've actually done what you've put down? So it's like Dave said, it's the epitome of bureaucracy for entertainment purposes only. Okay, I think it's another one card reading. 3 of Swords, the betrayal, the heartbreak. It's like death by a million cuts, right? It's like, this is such bullshit, right? Pardon my French.
Oh, you said the B word.
When these federal employees, they probably saw that same interview that Musk was giving when he was in the Oval Office and Little X was telling Trump he wasn't the real president, where Musk is talking about how the government's just full of bureaucracy, and you didn't elect this bureaucracy, you elected government officials, and we need to cut the bureaucracy. Well, what he's calling bureaucracy are the experts who have all the knowledge that when you or I call up or go into the office, like the Social Security office or DMV. I mean, DMV is not a great example, but it's something we all touch. Sometimes you get DMV people that are grouchy and not very helpful, but you know what? They all know their job, and they're there to help you get the information you need to get the benefits that you're looking for that the federal government provides. But it's easy to call it bureaucracy and make it a bad thing. It's one person's bureaucracy is another person's, help center.
Hey, I got a question for you.
Yes.
As we move in here, we're going to play liberal versus conservative. Okay.
Okay.
And this is kind of like the vibe of the vibe of the department or the vibe of the people in the department. Okay. So if you were to say, okay, let's talk about health and human services, would you say that department's kind of liberal in nature or conservative in nature, or would it attract liberal people or conservative people?
I would say that would be a liberal department.
Okay. The FBI.
Conservative department.
The State Department.
Conservative department.
The
Department of Forestry.
Department of Justice.
Conservative department.
Exactly. What was the State Department
of Forestry? That would be a very liberal.
Yeah. So it's funny. The three departments that are pushing back are the conservatives.
Yeah.
It's not it's not the bleeding heart liberals. Housing and urban development. You can't do it to these poor people. It's the conservatives saying you are not destroying this country, even though you're our party.
Yeah, and we voted for you, right?
Yeah, exactly.
The challenge, there it is, the old nine of cups, Elon Musk.
Yeah. In case you don't know, Gary and I have sort of deemed that the Elon Musk card, because it looks like him. It certainly has the vibe.
Yeah, the oligarch, the greedy oligarch card, which is tragic. And we've said this before. This is actually a really good card. This is hopes, wishes, dreams fulfilled.
I know it's been so usurped by the GOP.
Yeah, it really kind of annoys you. It's just like the term patriot seems to be co-opted too. Underneath is the Four of Wands. It's just more victories that Elon Musk and Trump are going to wave, saying, "Look at all the billions of dollars we cut of bureaucracy." And it's just, these are people's jobs. These are people that are there to help you. They're subject matter experts, and you're getting rid of them. So when someone calls Social Security and the wait time is 8 hours, there's a reason why. Because all the people that knew what was going on had been let go because they didn't say in an email what 5 things they accomplished the previous week. In the past, we got the hangman definitely looking at this in a different way. Could be throwing the government under the bus, the proverbial bus, right? As Dave mentioned too, they're looking at this. They're looking at cutting jobs, right? They're not
pure numbers. It's not about service or streamlining. It's just saying, hey, we cut 20% of the workforce and saved $2 billion. Hooray for us. Heaven forbid you have to call and get something addressed.
Right. And that's exactly it. If they're not looking at the metrics like customer service, they're just looking at the financial side.
And cutting the FBI by... And if they cut the FBI by 20%, does that keep America safe? Do you cut the cost 20% and maintain the level of security, or are you going to see a security degradation?
Or, hey, cut the forestry department in half and think of all the money you saved until you get the first big fire because the forests haven't been maintained.
No, they haven't raked them, yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, here they're rowing some rakers over. The current energy in these departments, or for the people in this department, is they're just trying to hold on. They're just trying to do their job. Trying to ignore the pressure from Musk on the side and just do their job and keep doing what they're doing. Overarching energy, Ace of Swords. The truth will come out. That what they're doing doesn't make sense, and that the folks there, they do provide service. It's someone's got to be the spokesman for these people, and hopefully it's their union representatives, right?
That's a good place to start.
Absolutely.
Elon is a total union buster too, as the folks in Europe are finding out. and are pushing back hard.
Yeah. Okay.
We're finding out. They found out. By the way, how'd you like that? I just sent Gary a picture. That's why I picked up my phone. That's. Have you seen that GIF before or that meme before?
No.
Back when Trump was saying that, like, the fires in California are because, he said, like, the leader of Finland told him that they rake their forests and that's what prevents fires. And the leader of Finland said, I never said that to him. And then all these memes came up. In this particular one, it shows a picture of a guy standing with a rake looking at a forest, and it says, "Not on my watch."
Yeah, it's a good picture. It's hard to see the. Is it from his back?
Yeah, they're shooting from the back. Just show your phone. I think just lay it on the table.
It's very dark.
Yeah, just lay it on the table. So if that's just the picture, it's him looking at the landscape with a rake. And again, there's a caption you can't read because Gary's phone's washed out, but it says, "Not on my watch."
That's right.
I mentioned yesterday, I love the Nordic sense of humor. It's so dry and sarcastic.
Indeed.
It is the white saltine cracker of sarcasm.
The lesson to be learned is the Nine of Swords. Just the anxiety of having all of this chaos being thrust upon you. These are just people that want to do their jobs. Mm-hmm. They know what they're doing. They've been doing it for years. Just leave me alone and let me do my damn job. Who are you anyways to tell me that I have to tell you what I've been doing? You're not my boss. No one elected you. Get out of my business.
It'd be like having Ivanka and Jared sending out that email, because that's all Elon is allegedly a senior White House advisor. It's like Ivanka telling you to fire everybody in the Pentagon if they don't email her.
Yeah. And the outcome is what you would expect. It's the Five of Wands, the hillbilly brawl card. It's just going to create chaos and confusion, which is actually in the article I was reading is actually kind of what they said. The Democratic leaders and some of the federal leaders, just like, this is just going to cause chaos and confusion. It's just more of the same. It's a soundbite for Fox News and for the MAGA base. Look at all the great things we're doing. We're cutting bureaucracy and cutting inefficiency and waste.
And that's just it. It's not. It's like throwing a hand grenade into an ICU and saying that you just did surgery, precise surgery on somebody. No, you didn't. You just threw an explosive in there, blew the place up, and called it a win. It just there's nothing strategic about this.
Or
there's nothing surgical about this. This really is horseshoes and hand grenades.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I mentioned to Gary that when I named the 3 departments that pushed back are, other than Homeland Security, which I'm sure got this too, probably 3 of the most conservative departments that you're going to find in government. Now, the FBI, that's got to be the epitome of conservative departments. I mean, Robert Mueller was probably a goddamn liberal hippie woke tree hugger amongst the conservatives, and he was nothing of the sort.
Exactly.
Yeah, funny to call those guys rhinos. Yeah. Given the current state of the Republican Party, I would wear the term rhino as a badge of honor, because you're not a fascist. Okay, so the conservatives are leading the pushback, saying, no, you're not going to bully us around here. I want to see if that acts as an anchor for the rest of the departments to unite and push back.
Yep. Okay.
Because it should.
Will it, though?
Will it, though, is a different question. Queen of Swords. Yeah, this is kind of you can't do this. This is like the rules lawyer saying, hey, we're playing a board game and you just gave yourself a loan from the Monopoly Bank. You can't do that. You can't force me to sell my house, my hotels on Boardwalk and Park Place because you're 7 squares away from there and you don't want to risk having to pay the hotel fee. Crossed with the 3 of Wands. Other departments, here's the thing. They're pushing back and other departments are going to wait and see what happens. Underneath it all is the Magician card, that manifestation here. This is calling the bluff of Elon Musk. They think Elon Musk is bluffing. They're calling his bluff, and now they're waiting. Other departments are waiting, and now they're going to wait to see what Trump and Elon Musk do when they say, we're not complying. Judgment in the past. This is Trump trying to. These departments. They answer to normal leaders. And Trump's not a normal leader. And they've answered to him in the past because, well, he was president of the United States. But they might very well be aware that Trump is a clear and present danger. And who the hell is Elon Musk again anyway? Current situation's a justice card. I think, honestly, what they understand is this email is illegal and it's not to be followed.
Yeah.
And they will fight it in the courts and they should win on something like that. Overarching energy is the Fool card. They might be figuring out that Trump and Elon really don't know what they're doing. And it would be foolish to comply with this because it's a bluff. It's bully tactics, basically. The lesson to be learned is the 10 of Cups. This, I really do think this is the uniting of departments together to stand up as a unit to push back against what Elon Musk is doing. Outcome is the 7 of Coins. The evaluation. This could be that Elon Musk has to come back and reevaluate.
That's kind of what I'm getting with that card.
Yeah, but this could also be funding. This could be funding. No, are we gonna have our budgets cut back? And if we do, how do we deal with the funding? This could also be what value the assessment of is the value that these departments provide and the services they provide, or even the support of the current crop in the federal government here is like, what are our values? I think it's a value assessment here. There could be some pushback coming in the future that says, okay, fine, we're not going to force you if you don't read an email to do that, but you need to. I think Reagan tried to do that. He tried to get like a voluntary 10% cut of reduction of staff or reduction of budget when he took over, and not many people played that game. But there's an evaluation going on, and that evaluation is probably either the value of the departments or the value of the orders coming from this administration.
The big issue is, and we touched on earlier, is none of this is surgical or any kind of precision. Your analogy of tossing a hand grenade into an operating room and saying, "There, I've performed surgery." It's exactly what they're doing. And, it's just randomly unplugging stuff and saying, "Okay, we'll fix it later." But now we've achieved the initial goal, which is to cut cost.
Yeah,
and then it may cost 10 times as much to get it back into shape again.
To build on that. Yeah. Okay. So you lose 20% of your workforce. Okay. Now for the 80% remaining, you guys figure out how to make the system work again.
Mm-hmm.
We've just cut off your arm, and now you figure out how to swing a baseball bat with one arm. Good luck with that.
And the thing is, they might not be cutting the right 20%. If you're getting rid of the bottom 10% of performers, that's one thing.
That might be considered surgical.
Yeah, because they're probably not contributing as much. The other 90% are probably doing all the work anyways. So outside of the improvement in morale and the money savings. But yeah, once you just randomly pick a number and say that's how much we're going to cut, I guarantee you're cutting the wrong people.
Yeah, and we've heard before that the people that are really hireable, the ones that are high performers, they could get a job in the private sector and make more money, they'll go. So what you're going to end up with are the people that don't want to work hard, just enough to not get noticed. And you're going to fill up the government with those folks.
Yeah, the people that just aren't the high performers. They may
and some are really good at gaming the system. And since they're so good at gaming the system, the system's not going to get rid of them. They're the ones who are going to read that stupid email and respond to it and make something up. Or take credit for other people's work because they know they're smart. They're clever enough to know how to game the system. So they're clever enough to know how to get around something as dumb as an email firing for non-response.
Yep. What a day, huh? Anything else you want to read on this?
No, I'm good. I think we've ranted enough. Thank you, Ron, for watching this video and supporting our channel. We appreciate it.
Absolutely. If you like these videos, give it a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe if you want to be woken up every night at midnight Pacific. We put out a new video every day. Leave a comment. I read them all, respond to many.
Yeah, and just to sort of reiterate the end here, I think the federal government's going to be fine because if the conservative departments are pushing back, they're going to be like a rock or a foundation for all the other departments to line up behind. That's what I think that 10 of Cups is that you're going to see departments that may not normally see eye to eye on political issues line up because it's an us versus them moment. It's like the kids versus the parents, and the parents are being unreasonable.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's time for your secret card.
Yes, a secret card. I do want to give one shout out. There was someone that was in the comments, and I recognize the emoji that they use, the emoticon. Who they're waiting for their shout out. So Critter Karma, yay! Their emoji kind of looks almost like the Prince symbol when Prince
got it.
Dodge out of his contract. I'm sure that's not what it is, but it kind of reminds me of that. So I just want to give a shout out to Critter Karma and Sarah Murphy, who has left a couple of comments on our last couple of videos. We appreciate you folks who are out there taking the time to leave comments for us.
And feeding the algorithm so that this gets blasted out and you're not the only ones annoyed with us. Just like our mother and our sisters had to deal with us, you can make other people deal with us too.
Oh, man. Today's secret card is the Three of Pentacles. This is working together, trying to come up with plans and collaborations that bring value. So let's make sure we're not getting rid of the people that are bringing the value to your government services.
And, again, for the anxiety, and trust me, I do not appreciate the current. I'm not happy about the current situation. I do not appreciate the current situation because I find the current situation to be wholly destructive and unnecessarily cruel to people.
Amen, brother.
But if they're going to demo the building while we're in it, for those of us who survive, it does give us an opportunity to build up something better. And the only way we can build up something better is to be united. And unfortunately for human beings, the best way to be united is to have a common enemy.
Yep.
And Trump and Musk are providing the common enemy.
Yes.
I swear to God, and I've said this multiple times, it's like Musk's life path is he wants to be a Bond villain. And, this is the type of thing that can help people build up a better thing. And you have to tear down the old structure to build up a new one. Now, for me, I'd rather build a new apartment building next to the dilapidated one rather than knock down the dilapidated one and build the new one on the same site, because that means there's going to be people displaced for a fair amount of time while you build the new unit. That's what Elon Musk wants. Yeah. And from him, it's like, oh, you don't have to worry. A little bit of suffering is good for the soul. Said the guy who's not going to suffer even an ounce.
Exactly. Well, and the thing is, he's giving you 48 hours before the wrecking ball comes through the wall,
Yeah.
So, heaven forbid you weren't home, or you were asleep and the wrecking ball comes through, right? So, knock down the apartment building. If there's people in it, well, you were warned.
He can't. We can't get that guy on a rocket ship to Mars fast enough.
I'm going to start a GoFundMe to make that happen.
Yeah. All right, everyone. Take care. We'll catch you on the next video.
Bye.